Flow Wisdom presents Drive: A Surprising Truth About What Motivates You by Daniel Pink. Book summary.
Drive: The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us. Overview. Drive: The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us by Daniel Pink is a must-read for educators and parents alike. Dan summarizes current research and does a great job turning it into interesting and understandable prose that educators can apply to their practice. Every school should have this on the shelf. 3 types of motivation. 1.0. The basic motivations we need for survival. 2.0. Motivations based on direct rewards and punishments. Such carrots and sticks are typically financial in this context. They work for jobs that are routine, which are often the jobs that can be sent offshore or done by a computer. 3.0. Intrinsic motivation, which is conducive to creativity. This allows you to do things for the satisfaction of doing them rather than any monetary reward. Examples include open source software, Wikipedia, learning to play a musical instrument, or doing a puzzle. It is important for non-routine, heuristic jobs. In these jobs, rules are loosely defined, which requires creativity. Carrots and sticks don't always work. Pink cites 128 studies that lead to the conclusion that tangible rewards tend to have a substantially negative effect on intrinsic motivation. This is one of the most robust findings in social science and one of the most ignored. Studies show that rewards and punishments can extinguish motivation and diminish performance. They focus behavior, which can crush creativity, and they can crowd out good behavior. In some cases, they can lead to cheating, shortcuts, unethical behavior, and lead to addiction. They can foster short-term thinking at the cost of long-term results. Carrots and sticks aren't all bad. Rewards do not undermine people's intrinsic motivation for dull tasks where there isn't any motivation to be undermined. To increase chances for success, you need to 1. Offer a rationale for why the task is important. 2. Acknowledge that the task is boring. 3. Allow people to complete the task their own way. Another way to offer extrinsic rewards for creative work is to give the reward after the job is finished. Care must be taken so that such rewards don't become expected. In general, praise and specific positive feedback are less corrosive than cash and trophies. Are you type X of type I? Pink sees 2 basic types of people. Those that neglect the inherent enjoyment of what they do in favor of external rewards are type X as an extrinsic. Type I as an intrinsic resist outside goodies and are motivated more by freedom, challenge, and purpose. He notes that type I's almost always outperform type X's in the long run. Type I's do not disdain money or recognition, but for them, once they have fair and adequate pay, it takes money off the table so they can focus on the work itself. For type X people, money is the table. The importance of autonomy. Management hasn't changed much in 100 years. Its central ethic remains control, and its chief tools remain extrinsic motivation. That leaves it out of sync with the non-routine, right-brain abilities on which many of the world's economies now depend. Pink believes that we are wired to be active and engaged rather than passive. Autonomy is a basic human need. People seek it, and it improves their lives. Businesses that offer autonomy grew at 4 times the rate of control-oriented firms and have 1/3 the turnover. The best some managers do is widen the fences rather than turn people loose. The very word management is ready for the linguistic ash heap. The 4 essentials. In order to promote type I behavior, give people autonomy of the 4 T's. Task. Companies like Google and 3M that let employees spend 20% of their time working on their own projects see much more innovation. Time. In results-oriented work environments, employees can choose when and where to work. Productivity is higher and turnover is less. Technique. Studies with customer service employees show that if you let them do the job their way, they do a better job, stick around longer, and recruiting costs drop almost to 0 as employees seek such companies out. team, people working on self-organized teams are more satisfied than those working on inherited teams. People high in intrinsic motivation are better coworkers. If you want to work with more type Is, become one yourself. Mastery and mindset. Goals come in two varieties. Performance goals have specific outcomes, such as passing a course. Learning goals are open-ended and can lead to mastery. With a learning goal, you don't have to feel you are good at something to keep trying. To approach mastery of something, you need to have a mindset that tells you the more you work at something, the better you will get. Belief shapes achievement. If you lack belief, mastery is impossible. If you have it, mastery is inevitable. How much grit do you have? A study of West Point freshmen showed that the best predictor of success was grit, which is defined as perseverance and passion for long-term goals. It is grittiness, rather than IQ, that is the most accurate predictor of college grades. The other key is to take on Goldilocks tasks. These are challenges that are neither overly difficult nor overly simple. This avoids anxiety and boredom and can lead to flow or optimal performance. Doug. This is a key concept from learning theory, which teachers must attend to. Purpose motive. In addition to autonomy and mastery, Pink sees having a purpose beyond financial rewards as a strong motivator. He agrees with psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who says, evolution has had a hand in selecting people who had a sense of doing something beyond themselves. Businesses are starting to get the message as they become not only for profit. Pink notes that the correlation between money and happiness is weak and that past a modest level, a larger pile of cash doesn't bring people a higher level of satisfaction and may even make them less happy. Reaching profit goals doesn't make one happier. Healthy businesses begin with purpose and consider profit a way to move toward that end. Being a professional is doing the things you love to do on the days you don't feel like doing them. Julius Erving, aka Dr. G, professional basketball player. Try to pick a profession in which you enjoy even the most mundane, tedious parts. Then you will always be happy. Will Shorts, Puzzle Guru.
This was released from For the Sake of Education by Flow Wisdom. If the content was helpful, make sure to subscribe.